Keep up, Finn! Tallis called over her shoulder to her friend. At her sides, Avon and Ozend, her younger siblings, were also running. We'll miss it! Finley Tyne and Tallis Lark had spent years together, romping through the woods past their curfews and returning home to scoldings and violent scrubbings to get the mud off their legs and twigs out of their hair. Finn quickened his pace to catch up with the three siblings. He didn't have long legs and struggled to keep up with them when they really meant to run. Together, the four hurried away from the Larks' farm, toward the center of Westham. Their feet slapped against the hard-packed dirt of the road. Neatly planted rows of trees separating the farms on the outskirts of Westham flashed by. Leaves, the deep green of midsummer. The farmers' fields beyond were golden with wheat or green with corn. They crested a hill, panting with the effort and sweating from the summer sun, and the village of Westham spread out in the river valley below them. The buildings crowded in on each other around the main road, as if vying for the best spots. Beyond the cluster of buildings, the blue-green foggy river flowed. One bridge crossing the river where the main road met its bank. The bridge was barred with barricades. Look! Ozend pointed east down the main road with childish excitement. At just past 10, he often pretended he was ready to be a man, but his older sisters and parents knew better. The three others followed Ozend's outstretched hand. Tallis could not help an audible gasp. She'd visited the harbors, providing trade with Okaesa's capital, Giant's Isle, often enough to see the king's soldiers. But she'd never seen anything like the lines of infantry marching down the road now. Rows of men and women in sea-blue uniforms marched in formation down the road that led out of Westham. At the head of the line, a bannerman bore the standard of King Leander Adamaris, a white lion rearing upon a field of the same blue as the soldiers' uniforms. From this distance, Tallis could not make out the insignia upon the breasts of the uniforms, only blurred outlines, but she knew that they would all bear the lion rampant, as well as the sigil of the captain they served under. Tallis glanced over at Finn, whose dark eyes were fixed on the soldiers, shining with wonder. Unlike her, Finn had never been outside of Westham. Tallis's father would bring her to the harbor, the Serpent's Mouth, where the foggy river and the Serpent flowed together into the ocean. There, they would sell crops to be brought to the capital. Told you it would be worth it, Tallis told Finn. He looked back at her, a grin spreading across his face. Glad you convinced me. There's so many of them, Avon spoke up, the same wonder in her golden brown eyes. It looks like more than all of Westham. Tallis laughed, smoothing a stray lock of curly black hair away from her sister's face. Maybe next year we can convince Papa to let you come with us to the Serpent's Mouth. Then you'll really see more people than all of Westham just in one marketplace. Come on!